Hi, my name is Lindsay, and the topic I chose was building models. The book that I chose is Architectural Model Building, Tools, Techniques, and Materials by Rourke T. Cogden. By the end of the 30 days, I want to have a better understanding of modeling and being a part of what I will be doing for the rest of my life, which is modeling and interior. Also, having a professional model for a portfolio would be great. Some things that I already know about my 30-day project are how to do floor plans. I've known this because I did interior design in my junior year. And this is the model that I want to base my wood model on, and it's pretty, and this is what my mom wanted. And this is the floor plan that I'll be basing it on, but it's not the right size, so we'd have to change that. For the first week, the floor plan needs to be bigger than what I have printed. In Chapter 4, Planning a Model, Cogden states that for a residential design, it should be 1/4 inch to 1 inch scale, on page 36. The floor plan was pretty easy, but changing the scale took me a long time. To finish out the floor plan, I needed to transfer it to a plain poster board. This is so I can cut it out during my balsa wood model. Straight lines are important for the rest of the model to be straight. This week was a good foundation for the next month ahead. For the second week, I focused on the foundation and walls of my model. In Chapter 11, Cogden also states that Gorilla Glue, the glue that I chose, is twice as expensive but penetrates the surface of the wood and creates stronger bonds, on page 155. I also used electrical tape to aid my wood. This kept it from moving away from its intended spot. X-Acto knives are also a key tool for wood models. It helps cut soft wood like this wood currently. This week was confusing, but I figured it out with simple instructions from the book. For week 3, the main goal was interior walls and windows. Right now, the base for the windows are being cut for additional designs to make the model more realistic. There were 2 problems. When using an X-Acto knife, the wood split, and I ran out of cutters for my Dremel. Right now, I'm cutting the rooms for the interior of the second floor. It was hard to glue them one by one, but it came together at the end. I wrote on each wood piece so I would not mix them up because wood glue is permanent. These wood pieces were uneven on purpose, so I could dremel them down to make them flush with the exterior walls. For inside the windowsills, I used tiny wood sticks to give a basic but realistic design to the model. Some of the wood pieces became stubborn while trying to figure out the wood sills. It took me a while, but reusing some of the scraps I have made helps with filling in the missing holes. For the exterior of the windows, Cognan on Chapter 11 calls these detail layering. The more layering, the more shadows and highlights your model will have, and the more realistic your model is going to appear on page 163. Overall, this week was efficient, but if I'd gotten the right Dremel pieces, it would have been easier and faster. For the final week, painting, roofing, and final touches were the agenda. I painted the interior all white because the model is supposed to be the focus on the exterior. It is recommended by the author to keep all paint flat to make it a more realistic interior look. When painting, the wood started to curve, as you can see in the middle of the model. This was a problem and I had to re-glue all the corners back together. It is recommended by the author to prime before painting the exterior of the model. I used white because that is usually what primer is supposed to be for painting houses. The roofing for the house was very difficult, so I did most of it off camera to give it my full attention. Sandpaper came in handy to keep the shingles with the base of the roof, to give the roof a realistic texture. The exterior paint was handmade to keep the original house in light. I did remove some designs because it did not have to be an exact model for the home, and it gave me artistic liberties. These little designs made the house more realistic and pop with highlights. Overall, this 30-day project was fun to create, and I learned about what I will be doing for college. It had some challenges, but learning from a book that takes the time to give visuals helped a lot when I had troubles. Even if it may look a little off, my first model was a great experience, and it kept me busy during the pandemic.